Greetings, Patriots, Starseeds, Lightworkers, and of course our brave military and galactic brothers and sisters. Yes, the bells are going off. Humanity's waking. Welcome to 1776 United, and we are in a worldwide and galactic revolution. Now, I want to touch a little bit on the vast underground tunnel systems that have been inhabiting our ecosystem, and just give you some kind of paint a picture of what's basically been going on. Now, these DUMBs, D-U-M-B-S, deep underground military DUMBs, are vast and wide, and they are interconnected in very, a lot of confusing directions. And they all have to be approached and infiltrated and cleaned out. This is a very, very dangerous operation. I want to, just let you, understand that the inhabitant that we live on, which is the land, is only 25% of the planet. Livable surface. The other 75%, and I'm going to give it, percentage either way, is ocean. And whereas we live on land and we conduct our lives on land, these clowns have conducted most of their operations under the sea, under the ocean, and under the lakes, no matter how big, as well as the land. So they have 4 times basically the amount of mobility or living area than as we do. So to have the Global Alliance and the Galactics and of course our brave patriots going in there and cleaning them out, it's a vast undertaking to try to get these dealt with. And of course, this is still going on to this day. It's been going on for years to clean this stuff out. I just want to kind of paint that picture. Now, they are blowing DUMBs, and when I say there's a 1,500-mile tunnel between, the Vatican and Jerusalem, or other tunnels along that way that goes from LA to Australia, that's exactly what's happening. Now, they are blowing up the insignificant DUMBs, which they have all basically got mapped out around the world, and they're treating these tunnels as identifying with their code numbers, and they're basically going in at each end, trying to figure that out, the locations of each end, and then blowing them, and then have everything in the middle flood. So because those tunnels have no significant value to humanity, they're going to be terminated. But there are many tunnels that leave that connect continentally that will be left open for our megalith trains. And I just want to mention that no matter if you see it or not see it, we have to believe in our intel on this is exactly what is going on, and this is why things are taking as long as they are. Now, that being said, I want to talk now, move over to clones. Clones have been going on since the early days of the Second World War. And, there is proof of this now, no matter what anybody thinks, that clones go on to this day, still do. So we're going to see many different people that we think that are that person, but they're not. I do have pictures of the two Kennedys standing side by side each other. I'm I'm not sure if I can find them right this point. But anyways, the two Kennedys, they were standing beside each other. One was the real John F. Kennedy, and the other one was his clone. Both look identical to each other, very, very close. And this brings me to Trump and the operation that's going on there. Make no mistake, and I'm totally convinced now, that the cabal, the clowns, have a Trump look-alike that is causing confusion. Now, I know it's tough, but everybody's got to get their head around this, as what Benjamin Fulford says. I totally concur and resonate with his words of what he's saying, that there is two Trumps out there. I can see it, he can see it, and I hope that all the patriots can see it as well. So this is why I'm saying we have to step back and look at this from a 30,000-foot view. And if things seem weird and going sideways with whatever Trump's doing, you're going to know that that is probably not the real Trump. And of course, he's in a fight like all the global alliances, along with our brave military patriots that are out there fighting for our freedom. And this is still going on. And I don't know how long this is going to take, unfortunately. I mean, we want to see this, but I believe that there is things being implemented, and people's lives are, changing as far as the Nasera Jacera's going. And, I know there's a lot of disbelievers out there, and that's fine. You can believe and not believe whatever you want. Nobody needs, I don't want to, and I'm sure nobody else wants to hear any negativity at this point. There's enough negativity in this world that we have to deal with, that we'd rather just let's just stay in the positive side of things. So anyways, I want to read you something. This is to just kind of a Q update, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Oh my goodness. Let's just see what we got here. Okay, so here's a picture of the double. That's John F. Kennedy. There we go. John F. Kennedy, the two John F. Kennedys. One is the original, one is a body double. Or a clone. And Trump has the same thing going on. So, that being said, we are dealing with, a lot of strange situations going on there. And if you're looking at one situation and then all of a sudden it jumps over to another situation, it's very, very confusing. And this is done deliberately to not just confuse you, this is not directed towards you, the patriots. It's directed to confuse the clowns. Okay? So, I just want to say, I've got some really bad, here we go. So, let's just go on here. What if I told you the federal building is the new U.S. Treasury? Is what's going on. And they're already printing new sovereign money under your noses, which is the gold-backed currency. Let's break the spell. They just spent $2.5 billion turning the ECCLES building into a fortress, complete with blast-proofing, deep excavation and infrastructures, walls and shear walls, more fitting for a wartime financial command center or bunker than a central bank headquarters. Well, why are they doing that? Well, it's because they're going to be using that facility as the new printing center for the new sovereign gold-backed currencies that are going to be replacing the old fiat currency. Meanwhile, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing is quietly installing cutting-edge currency presses capable of handling assets-backed notes, which is gold-backed currency. And they're probably going to be putting gold flake in the paper. Who knows how this is going to turn out, but it's going in the right direction. Polymers and hot foil security and high throughput type material in sheets will be used. The new system, new currency, and new rules. Executive Order 13961 active. Executive Order 13818 active. Legal cover of asset seizures. Continuity of government is in transition, which is still in the military control, okay, but not yet handed over to the executive branch of the administration, because we're still under continuity of, basically still at war. The actual U.S. Treasury building, untouched, is a symbolic, but the ECCLES, it's been turned into a huge underground and central vault. This isn't remodeling, it's repurposing. And when the Fed collapses under the weight of its own lies and deceits, which you have recently witnessed with Trump being there and calling out the little rat bastard of Jerome Powell, the world has to know that he was printing, and their printing machines were only there to supply unlimited amounts of cash for the globalist satanic pedophiles that he aligns himself with. And Trump knows this very, very well. Now, you will see Trump, whoever was there the other day, was that the body double Trump, or was that the real Trump? Who knows, right? But, Trump, Powell is, going online and, saying, all types of derogatory, comments towards Trump, and the fight is on. And we're going to have mudslinging and shit, flying back and forth for the next month or so. But I believe, coming in September, you're going to see a lot of stuff being done and being taken over. So, and when you see the federal building, the old federal building, their whole system collapse, okay, under the weight of their own lies. Guess what's already locked in, loaded and press ready, okay? That's us, the new U.S. Treasury that's going to be there. The new currency, a new era. There is not just printing money. We are printing the future. Printing the future is extremely important, especially when you have a gold acid-backed currency that's going to be in line with all the other gold-backed currencies around the world. Now, mark my words, every currency, I believe, as I thought there might be many, many baskets, because there's 209 countries going acid-back. And, according to Mr. Cortell, Mr. C, from Mark Z, he says that they're all going to go at once, which I tend to understand. It makes better sense. We're not going to go just do 20 at a time. It's going to cause a lot of confusion. Now, there might be some countries that are held out that haven't got their shit together and will be tailing along behind, but eventually, they're going to be in line with what's going on. Okay? So my time is up on this one, and I'll see you in part 2 of this world we live in. Bye for now.